Good afternoon. It's April 28th, 2023, and today we had uh, uh, an uptrend day. I don't think it'd be, I don't think it's two measured legs, but we definitely had some, yeah, it's not two measured legs. We had some resistance up here at the measured move from the overnight highs and lows, um, but we went higher. So, I mean, it's basically an uptrend day. We'll see. Okay, so yeah, an uptrend day. And that would have helped you. So that's not right. Let me try that again. Let's draw it like that. Let's check out this midline. Yeah. So an uptrend day, and this helps. I didn't see this earlier. I really like this one. I'm gonna keep that green. We'll see if there's anything in here. Probably is. There's a second entry that I didn't mark for a few reasons. Yeah, this one's definitely gonna be blue though now. So yeah, let's take a look at the trades. Still not a whole lot of trades though, even after finding that channel. So in the overnight, we're selling off. And we come up here and you form a range. And I think there was a news item at 5:30, and you do get a failure right here off the trend channel, and it's also a second entry long, but I just don't think you can take it with these signal bars. So maybe you take this higher low, but you're going into resistance. So not the greatest setup. You come up here, you get a second entry long off the EMA, and I mean we're making higher highs and higher lows. So maybe you consider that one, but again, not the greatest setup. And then I just don't see how you could get in on this. We break out above the overnight highs, and we go sideways until we pull back to the trend line, and you get a bounce off that trend line, but there's no setup there, no good signal bar. It's a doji. You know, you get a triple test right here, and then the fourth test, but it's a doji, and that's 4 dojis in a row, so I don't think you can take that. But someone must have gotten a good signal bar, or some people must have, because we rock it up. And this channel, we get a break and 2 legs up to a new high, but also on a smaller scale, you can see like that, you get a break and 2 legs up to a new high there. So I think either way is accurate. And you know, when you look at it like that, it looks like a slight overshoot that led to a break and a move to a new high right there. So just something I wanted to point out. Here we get a first entry, second entry off the trend channel, but it's after an overshoot, so it's a little aggressive. Looks pretty good to me though, and you know, that's a strong move up we just had. So I think it's a solid bet. It's aggressive though, because you're going into, you know, a midline. So that's something to consider. And then we bounce off that level again, but we're overbought at this point, and then we make a double top at the measured move before people start taking some profits, and some people just start shorting. And we get a couple legs down before it bounces off that midline and goes higher. So maybe you take this failed second entry short. Not the greatest setup though. And then we come back up and we test the measured move again. If you got a lower high here, I would have been taking that. And unfortunately, you don't. You get a matching high. But I mean, there's reasons to consider this, but it's just, I don't know. There is reasons to consider it. triple test, you might call it, and you can see a lot of people did like it like that. So we come down, we test the overnight highs, and that forms our trend channel. Maybe you consider this, but this sell-off was pretty strong, but it's clear that you have a break and a 2 legs down to a new low. And then we reverse into this spike and channel. Unfortunately, no way to get in on this. Come up here, you get this second entry off the trend channel. That's a nice trap, but I mean, you got a doji there. And yeah, you can see that's a midline. So we break out to the low side, and the breakout fails, and then you get this higher low breakout pullback. Maybe you consider that. But I mean, if you're not going to take this second entry, I don't think you should be taking that. But it's just, in real time, that looked good. So you get a break of this channel, a couple legs up to a new high. And then you get this lower high with some room back to the EMA. But I mean, just, it's got a bullish feel today. The bias is up, so not a great idea. So you get this spike and channel up, and that forms a flatter channel really around the midline of the larger channel. So anyway, we bounce here, and then you get a higher low, which is also a second entry long, but I don't think you want to take that. And then we come back here, and you get, oof, this looks pretty darn good. Let me mark that at least green, because technically that's a failed second entry short. First entry, failed second entry short. But if you're patient, you get the second entry long. I like that one. And we come up, slight overshoot, and then it starts to go sideways, and you get this level of resistance up here, and then it sells off. You get a break, and honestly, this all looks like a repeat of this level of resistance. But anyway, you actually get a second entry short right here off this trend channel. I mean, really you want to play the short-term stuff. So, you know, we're looking for a new low here, second entry short. It's also a failed second entry long, but the bias is so far up, I don't think you want to take that. And then it turns out we're just kind of chopping in a range between this level of resistance and this level of support. So buyers come in, and you make this test of this price level again, and we sell off first entry, second entry. Signal bar's not good though, to go long off that support. And we come back, test this price level, and you do get a first entry, failed second entry, but you're going into this support. But when we test this support, it doesn't take off here, it doesn't take off here, and then you get the double test right there. I think you have to take that, confirms that trend channel. I like that one. Even though you're going into support, there's no rejection. You come down here and you get a second entry short, but if you see this trend channel, you don't want to be taking that. But I mean, look, this is a trend channel. We haven't had a convincing break of that. You get a break right here, and it turns out that is the break. You get break 2 legs down to a new low. So I mean, after the fact, I have to take that away, but earlier it looked good to me, and it does get you 4 ticks. So we bounce off the trend channel. You get a higher low. Maybe you take that. You can see a lot of people did take that and like that. And then we sell off a bit, bounce off the trend channel, and then we come here and you get a second entry long. And really, I mean, I marked that blue, but I could see why you wouldn't want. It wouldn't be crazy about it, but I'm gonna leave it blue. It's a second entry off the trend channel, and that takes us into the end of the day. So I hope everyone had a great day, a great week. I'll be back on Monday.